everyone, welcome back to the United Students channel. My name is Tati. Today I thought I'd talk about mental health at university and how best to manage your mental health when starting university and also when progressing through university. Obviously, if you're first starting university, it can be a really stressful time, but also a really exciting time. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some tips on how best to manage your mental health so that you can fully enjoy your whole uni experience. So my first tip, I feel like I say this in every single video I make on this channel, but my first tip would definitely be to stay organized. So organization, I feel like, helps with a number of different things. Not only does it help with your mental health, but it also helps with your grades, to make time for friends, to make time to just do what you want to do. But mainly for mental health, I feel like organization is really, really key. When you first start uni, obviously you get given your timetable, you get given all this work that you need to do. It's definitely gonna be some sort of change. So this could potentially make you feel quite stressed out because you're thinking, what do I do now? Where do I go from here? How do I tackle this? So I started using this new app actually. Normally I just swear by Google Calendars, but I've started using this new app called Notion. It really helps me stay on top of everything I need to do, and you can like split everything you want to do up into different sections. So you can have a section for uni work, you can have a section for like societies. So if you're part of like one or two societies, you can have different sections for those, and then put the dates in. You can even like say if it's like high priority, medium priority, low priority. So yeah, I'd highly recommend getting that app. You can get it on your desktop or your phone, and then also, you know, just use your regular calendar app. If you're the type of person who likes writing things down, I know a lot of people who like using planners and they just prefer to do everything that way. So I highly recommend just using something that works for you, that will help you stay on top of everything you need to do. Also, when I talk about organization, I don't just mean, you know, staying on top of your uni work. This could also mean keeping your room tidy, because I don't know about you, but for me, when my room is messy, it just makes my brain feel really cluttered at the same time. So if you're similar, it could be a helpful thing to just always, you know, first thing in the morning, make your bed, and you instantly feel like you've already accomplished something for the day. I don't know, there's something psychological about it, but yeah. And a lot of the time when it comes to uni work specifically, I think people, especially in first year, I was like this, like you kind of find it a bit embarrassing or awkward maybe to ask for help, like from your lecturers. But I'd say just the sooner you become more comfortable with asking for help from your lecturers, especially now because of COVID, it's a lot easier to do that because it's just over email or like maybe one face-to-face Google Hangout Zoom call. So I'd say the sooner you become more comfortable with that, the easier it will be for you. You can ask questions, and then that's one less thing for you to worry about, which will definitely help in the long run. Okay, so my second tip would be unwind, relax, recharge, do whatever it is that you do to relax. Speaking from personal experience, I have the tendency to just kind of feel like I need to be doing something all the time, which definitely, you know, it's good to be productive and it's good to be able to get things done. But at the same time, it will get to a point where you burn out if you just keep going like that. So I'd say it's really important to have at least one day in the week where you just dedicate it to taking care of yourself, relaxing, recharging. I think when it comes to resting or like taking breaks, there's like a negative stereotype around that being like unproductive or you're not doing anything that's worthwhile, whereas that's really necessary for your brain to just like be able to operate at maximum level, if that makes sense. In short terms, let's say you've got a test coming up on Friday and it's Monday. Instead of just revising 24/7, you want to be able to like maybe revise for 2 hours and take a half an hour break, and then revise for 2 more hours and then take another break. Sometimes relax, pause, recharge. But yeah, kind of linking with that, I kind of touched on it a bit. Take at least one day for yourself to just do nothing and just, you know, treat yourself, you know. I feel like we've seen with COVID and everything that's going on that life is too short and we just need to enjoy ourselves. So whilst it's really important to do the work and focus and all of this, it's also really important to make sure that you're having a good time. We just need to make the most of everything. I think because we've had lockdown and we've got all these restrictions and we've been doing this for a really long time, we've kind of adapted mentally to the current situation, because I know in the start I was finding it very hard, you know, always being in the house, not leaving the house ever, and now that's kind of the new norm. What we haven't really gotten used to is learning online and having lectures online and doing all of that. So I'd say don't be so hard on yourself, especially if you're finding it hard to motivate yourself to do work or to focus in lectures, because it's new. It's just a new experience for all of us. As I said, like in the start of all of this, we were just getting used to it, but now we're kind of more in a routine. Okay, so my next tip would be to not succumb to peer pressure. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I think personally it's really important to just have your own boundaries, know what it is that you want to do or what you don't want to do, and stick to that, and don't let other people tell you to do stuff you don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, even though you might be feeling good in that moment, you might then go on to regret those decisions that you made, and the only person really suffering would be you in a way. So I'd say just do whatever you want, but don't let other people try to force you to do things you don't want to do. Okay, so my next tip would be to talk to your friends. Okay, and this doesn't necessarily have to mean like your new friends from uni who you've met like last week, but you know, your old friends from home. Staying in contact with them could also make you feel more at home, especially if you're feeling homesick. It's also really important to mention that your friends aren't therapists at the end of the day. So if you do feel like your mental health is getting worse and you need to talk to someone, I would highly recommend, you know, going to see a professional. Your university will have a mental health or counselling service available to you, so I'd highly recommend reaching out to them and seeing what sort of services they offer and who you can talk to there. Also, if you don't know how to find these services, talk to your personal tutor, because they will know, you know, exactly where it is that you need to go in order to get this help. Okay, so some other really small tips that I think really help are, you know, getting into a good sleep routine. I know this is very I feel like the sleep schedule of a uni student is such a myth, but getting a good sleep routine actually really helps with your brain and just like feeling good. Try to eat a bit healthier, maybe get some exercise in. Even just taking a walk will make such. Also, set small and manageable goals instead of, you know, goals that seem like they're so far away that you'll never be able to achieve them. So if you have your like main goal, just work backwards and set small goals from there, if that makes sense. And then, as I said in the beginning, keep your room tidy, because I feel like it helps keep your brain tidy at the same time. But yeah, those would be my main tips for managing your mental health at university. If you have any questions or maybe some more tips that you want to share with other people, definitely make sure you leave them in the comments down below. And also don't forget to check out the other videos on the United Students channel, because there are so many helpful ones. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you next time. So bye.